Good day, folks. Welcome to Week 5 Update Introduction to Finance 311 Summer 2021. What should you be working on this week? Well, the first thing is there's no real deliverables this week, but you should be working on Modules 4, 5, 6, and 7. Participate and present in the discussion presentations. Start Application Project 3, incorporating Project 1 and 2 in my comments. So that's what you should be working on this week. Planning for Week 6, where everything comes to a close. Project 3 is due no later than June 30th. Discussion presentations and participation needs to be completed by June 30th. And the final quiz will be available no later than July 1st, 2021. I'll make it available earlier for you so that if you'd like to wrap everything up by the end of June, so that you can be away for the 4th of July, feel free to do that. Grades will be available, and we'll go from there. So Quiz 3 will be, you got to start it by July 1st at 11:59 p.m. It'll count for 15 points, or 15% of your grade. It covers Modules 4, 5, 6, and 7. Again, allow 2 to 3 hours for the quiz. Be specific. Avoid generalizations. That becomes important. Application Project 3. If I have made comments on Project 1 and 2, you need to address them before you start Project 3. This project is due no later than June 30th at 11:59 p.m. I suggest you watch the video before starting. It contains valuable information. And it's worth 13 points, or 13% of your grade. Again, I'd allow 7 to 12 hours to complete just to be safe. And you need to complete Module 4 and 5 prior to starting Project 3. So that's Project 3. Again, avoid definitions. Think about it from the business perspective. Be specific. Don't just speculate. Find out what. Don't respond with a question. Think cause and effect. Be specific. And everything you know should be in the 10K, 10Q, infographics, investor presentation. There is one thing you will need to go to the Wall Street Journal for, and that is in the video. But if you have not yet taken an hour and read the 10K, you might find it useful to do at this time. Think about this as you're telling a story, pulling the whole thing together, and that becomes important. We have a current events discussion, and the intent is to have a better understanding of course material by seeing the application to what's happening today in 2021. And whether they're finance or OB, seeing how they're tied together. There's a strong correlation to how an organization is run from a management leadership perspective and a worker perspective, and the financial results. And there's two components. You need to do both: article review and presentation. Participation in presentations on a real-time basis. We keep coming back to this say, mean, matter. And again, for the quiz and for the project, the key ones, this one most everybody's pretty good at. But interpretation, how do you know that? Matter is what's important. What are the implications, possible outcomes, or results? Does it matter to me or others? Why is it important? What's the significance? So this is the one where we connect the dots. This is the thinking we need to do. And that's for quizzes, for projects, and the real-time discussion. We have a lot of presentations coming up here. Please join us for them. All you have to do is click right here, and you'll be taken right to the event. And there's a lot coming up, and we've got to finish this up next week. So if you have not done your presentation or have not scheduled it, please let me know. This week was very trying on the markets. The markets lost quite a bit, and a lot of it came down to that the Federal Reserve previously had stated that they intend to maintain stable rates, low rates, at least into 24. Now it appears they may increase rates in 23, which is 2 years out. And the reason is they're trying to keep the economy going and in recovery. So first you have to rebound, if you think, from where you were in 2019, as most companies were negatively impacted in 20. And then from there, once you've rebounded to that rate, you can recover and grow. Now, one of the things that led to what they are saying is this is the March, this is the June GDP estimate by the Fed. See here in March, they were thinking about 6.5. They've now moved right up to 7. So they're expecting much higher growth. Slowed it down a little bit, played between the 2 years, essentially the same though, for 22 and 23. But this one is the one that has changed, where they were seeing inflation at about 2.25, they're now seeing it at 3.25, 2.5. It's up a full percentage point. So they don't want the economy to overheat, so they're going to increase rates to slow things down to a more normal pace. 7% growth is not something that's sustainable. So that's what's changed, and it will impact the company's financial results and how we interpret them in the risk. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me. Take this week, get through all of the modules, get your current events discussions done, and then we can wrap up next week. If you have any questions, again, let me know.